Game 1 of the 2012 St. Louis Metro Collegiate Baseball League Championship Series was held at Bridgeton Municipal Athletic Complex on Friday, July 20th. The game's pitching matchup saw John Houston of Garden City Community College for the Dodgers against James Ball of North Central Missouri College for the Knights. After the Knights were held scoreless in the top of the first, Stephen Kohler, John Wood Community College, became the Dodgers' first base runner with a leadoff single. As the inning continued, Denton Reed of SIUE moved Kohler to second with a single. Next, Scott Sommerfeld of Mizzou drove Kohler home on a line drive to the Knights' second baseman. Sommerfeld reached base on a subsequent error. Mike Wilson of Lindenwood University followed with another single that drove home Reed. Houston sent the Knights down in order in the top of the second, while the Dodgers continued their offensive assault in the bottom of the inning. Ryan Hall of Webster University recorded a leadoff single. Justin Lois, University of Missouri St. Louis, hit a single to move Hall into scoring position. Next up, Stephen Kohler hit the Dodgers' third straight single of the inning and his second of the game. With the bases now loaded, Daniel Holst of Texas A&M drove Hall home on a fielder's choice. The inning continued when Denton Reed reached base on a single that scored Lois. Scott Sommerfeld loaded the bases with another single. Mike Wilson then sent the ball deep into right field. That was caught, but Holst scored easily, tagging from third. Matt Seevers of SIUE recorded a two-out double that scored Reed and Sommerfeld before the Knights finally got out of the inning. But the damage was done as the Dodgers took a 7-0 lead into the top of the third. In the bottom of the third inning, Ryan Hall welcomed the Knights' new pitcher, Timothy Hassett of Umsel, with a leadoff bunt single, followed with back-to-back bunt singles for the Dodgers. Next up, Stephen Kohler squared up on the ball and hit it into right center field to score Hall and Lois. Dan Holst drew a walk, and Denton Reed singled into left field and scored Kohler for Reed's second RBI of the game. Scott Sommerfeld grounded out, while the Dodgers' speedy outfielder, Dan Holst, scored. Mike Wilson then recorded his second sac fly of the game on a ball hit to center field. In the top of the fourth inning, Kyle Grieshaber of the University of Central Missouri drew a leadoff walk. Later in the inning, after back-to-back stolen bases, Grieshaber scored when Bryce Stout of Southwest Oklahoma State University hit a ball up the middle after a 9-pitch at bat and reached on an error. After a scoreless fifth inning for both teams, Kyle Grieshaber reached base on an error in the top of the sixth from a line drive to the Dodgers' third baseman. Next, Mike Earhart of St. Louis Community College drew a walk. Bryce Stout then drove Grieshaber home on the Knights' first hit of the game. Next up, Josh Herrick of Jefferson College grounded into a fielder's choice, but scored Earhart to cut the Dodgers' lead to 12-3. Evan Walls of Harris-Stowe State University came into the game in the seventh inning in relief of John Houston, who gave up 3 runs, only 1 earned run, and only allowed 1 hit, while striking out 5 batters. Colin McDonough of St. Mary's High School led off the inning and sent the ball over the fence in right center field for a solo home run for the Knights' 4th run of the game. After scoring 2 innings in a row, the Knights were held scoreless in the top of the 8th inning. Daniel Holst led off in the bottom of the 8th for the Dodgers and drew another walk. Later in the inning, Matt Seevers drove home Holst and nearly a second run, but Scott Sommerfeld was called out on a play at home. The Knights again went scoreless, their last chance in the top of the 9th. Final score of game number 1 of the 2012 Championship Series, Dodgers 13, Knights 4. Good evening from Bridgeton. I'm here with your offensive and defensive players of the game. Let's first talk to the starting and winning pitcher, John Houston. Pitched 6 innings of pretty solid baseball. Gave up only a hit and 3 runs, but only 1 of those was earned. And you struck out 5. So talk about your outing tonight.
Walked a little too many people, but got them to, keep the ball in play. Defense worked real good for me, so they got me into the outs and everything, and worked out good.
Did you have a specific approach up there last week? You guys were waiting to see what the first round would be. The Knights lit up a couple times in that in the play-in game in the first round, so they have some offensive power. And what was your approach to kind of squash that?
Just tried to get ahead of them with fastball. Threw a lot of sliders today. Just kept them off balance. Really, there wasn't too much. They just tried to get themselves out. Didn't try to strike them out too much. Just let them get themselves out.
And did you guys as a team or you personally do anything in that week you guys had off?
Just, tried to keep it normal, nothing different. Tried to get my arm ready, just threw long toss, threw my bullpen like normal, just nothing too special.
Well, it looked like whatever you did, it was working out there because you had them fooled pretty much from the beginning. And how was it pitching after you got a big lead there after the first inning or two?
You try not to focus on it too much because when you think about having 12-run lead, you normally relax a little bit, and that's not what you want to do when you're on the mound. So you try to just think of it as a 1-0 ball game through till the last inning you pitch. So.
And Matt Seevers is the offensive leader of the game. Went 2 for 5, had a double and 3 RBIs. And why don't you talk about your outing tonight?
It was a playoff game, so everyone was coming out ready to play. You knew you were going to see your best stuff from both teams. And the pitchers for them, they throw a lot of pitches. They don't stick with their fastball or anything, so you had to look for a good pitch to hit. That's what I tried to do tonight.
And maybe talk about your double there, and were you looking for a particular pitch or?
Well, at that point in the game, that was kind of the put them away right there. We were looking to put them away, and then I hit a double, and then we scored a few more runs, and that pretty much put them down for the game.
And how was it playing? You guys took that big lead, but the Knights got a couple runs. What did you guys do to kind of stop that rally?
They started coming back, and then after they scored a few runs, we all talked before a few of our at-bats to try and get back in the game and focus again since we had that big lead and it started going away.
That about wraps it up from Bridgeton, and good luck and congratulations on winning the Game 1 of the championship series.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.